What's going on, everybody? C4 here, and welcome to the newest episode of the Realistic Rebuilds, where today we are finally doing one of the big daddies still left on the board. Let's be honest, we're down to the nitty-gritty. I think we got 5 or 6 teams we have left to do, and they're mostly teams that are going to be fun to do with the rebuild. I think literally the Chargers are the only, competitive team. Maybe the Rams. I don't know if we did the Rams. So I'd say the 2 LA teams are the last 2 teams that you would say are not a massive challenge. But for today, we're going to be taking a look at, obviously as an Eagle fan, it's always interesting to look at the New York Giants. And this was a team that I was either going to do them first. We decided to go with the Baltimore Ravens because I let my Patreons decide on that. And if you like getting exclusive decisions like that, check out the Patreon link in the description below. Help support the channel. But, you know, we're doing the Giants. We're doing the Giants. We waited a little bit. It probably paid a little bit of dividends in terms of, Will Hernandez. Definitely Saquon Barkley's rating. And probably some of these dudes on the defense. I probably would say B.J. Hill got a better rating than if we did it day one. Dalvin Tomlinson definitely got a better rating. You could probably look at, maybe some downgrades, though, in Janoris Jenkins and Landon Collins. But let's take a quick look here at the roster and see what we're looking with. It's a 5-year rebuild, so what of these players are going to be good 5 years down the road? So, obviously, quarterback is going to be the biggest position that we're going to have to address. I don't think Kyle Lott is going to be the guy, even though they did give him a quick dev trait, and he has some interesting attributes. Probably going to need quarterback. At running back, you got Saquon Barkley. He is a freak. He is a god. In my opinion, he's going to be the offensive rookie of the year. He's unstoppable, and I've yet to see him in a rebuild. I've yet to play with him in a rebuild. I'm going to assume he's going to be a 99 sooner than later, and I actually do like Wayne Gallman here as a backup, and as soon as we can get Jonathan Stewart's kind of ugly contract off the books, we will. At wide receiver, we got Odell Beckham Jr., who has kind of an ugly contract. I've found in this game, to be completely honest with you, premier wide receivers don't really excel in the sim. Occasionally, you'll see a big wide receiver have a good year, but more often than not, I'm finding these wide receivers that are, Mike Evans, Antonio Brown, DeAndre Hopkins, I think, actually did pretty well. But for the most part, they go under 900 yards a year. I don't know what that is. That's probably just how the sim is built. So, but we're going to work with Odell's contract. We got Sterling Shepard, who's really, really nice. Should develop. What's his dev? He's a quick dev. We can work with that. For a third wide receiver option, though, gonna probably have to find that one. They do have Corey Coleman. We could see if we can develop him, even though he only has a normal dev. We probably will do that year one. At tight end, we have Evan Engram. Nice weapon there. 2385 with a quick dev. Again, Rhett Ellison, very similar to Jonathan Stewart because, let's be honest, one of the worst GMs in football is Dave Gettleman. Got to get these ugly contracts. These veterans with ugly contracts off the books as soon as possible. Offensive line, speaking of ugly contracts, Nate Solder. This is a horrendous contract. Gonna have to, I don't know when an out is. I don't know if it's going to be year 2 or year 3, but probably got to try to get him out sooner than later. Will Hernandez, nice option there, 79 quick. He should be a long-term option for our team. Rest of the offensive line is not good. Gonna have to build up the O-line. It's never really that sexy, never really that good to do in a rebuild, but it has to be done. Definitely for the Giants, who I would say has a bottom 5 offensive line in the league. And when you look at what, per se, the Colts did, that's something that, you would think a guy like Dave Gettleman that likes old school football would have built his offensive line. Defensively, okay, so what do we got here? We got 2 old guys. We got Mario Edwards coming over from the Raiders. We could probably have him start. We got B.J. Hill. I think there's a lot of upside there. 2277. Normal dev trait, but, he should be our guy there. D-Tackle, we got Dalvin Tomlinson moving on from Snacks Harrison. He should be our starter. Lorenzo Carter, I'm a big fan of him. I was a big fan of him coming out. He was a freak of nature at the Combine, 74 quick. I'm excited to see if we can use him and develop him. Look at that. Kareem Martin, another ugly contract. Middle linebacker, definitely need to try to find a middle linebacker. Ogletree, that is also another ugly contract. The good news is, whenever we can get all these contracts, we're going to have a whole lot of salary cap to work with. Vernon, we are actually going to try and put him up on the trade block. I don't like him as a 3-4 outside linebacker. What's his coverage ability? He's not bad. Clearly, we'll just see what we get. We'll see what the market is for Olivier Vernon, but I think he is going to be one of those guys. He made the Pro Bowl this year as like an alternate. I felt like that was kind of undeserved, but if there's value for him on the market somewhere, we'll see what we can do. We got Jackrabbit here, another corner that's just, I'm a huge fan of Janoris Jenkins. We'll see what we can get for the trade market here. If not, I'll hold on to him. Grant Haley actually was a nice find for the Giants here. I think he was an undrafted free agent at Penn State. Might have something there, and you got Sam Beal, who they selected in the supplement draft. What's his dev? Just normal. Oh, quick. Okay, we'll probably throw Sam Beal into things sooner than later. Not much here at safety. Landon Collins took a big point regression throughout the year. Was not very good as pretty much everyone on that defense is. But I think he could turn it around and will be a long-term option for our defense. They had a surprise in studly kicker here in Rosas. So, yeah. Get a quarterback, build up the offensive line, and get the ugly contracts off the books. That is our three-headed, pronged plan to make the Giants good again. I mean, let's be honest. For the Giants, we just want to creep in the playoffs at 9-7 and go on a Super Bowl run. So let's see if we can get any good trade offers, and then from that, we'll pop into year number 1. So for Janoris Jenkins, we have some interesting offers here, and because I regard Janoris Jenkins when he, just not this year, look at last year, I thought he was a top 5 corner. Seconds, we get some first-round picks. I'm not going to, for 1 second, think that some team wouldn't evaluate Janoris Jenkins, especially in a zone scheme like Pittsburgh, as a first-round pick next year. So I'm going to take that deal all day long, leaving kind of a huge gap for us at the cornerback spot, but it is what it is. And then we get Olivier Vernon, second-round pick from the Redskins. We want to obviously try to do our best to not get rid of him, and there's no value there. So we're actually going to hold on to him. There we go. Olivier Vernon, standing right outside linebacker. Prove me wrong. Give me double-digit sacks this year, big boy. Okay, I did want to just showcase this to you guys. I have updated my draft class. I was like, one of those things, I'm just going to quickly take a look at my draft class here because, we got some clarity. It's still a couple days before the Monday deadline for people, and by people, I mean underclassmen, to declare. But I have fully updated this draft class, up to date. A lot of positional changes, so definitely go check it out if you are on PC. Hopefully, Xbox and PlayStation 4 continue. But if you guys already have used my draft class, just go re-download it again. It updates automatically. A quick look at things that have changed. I mean, nothing too crazy. Obviously, just positional values. Some more so orderings for how each one of these spaces. Byron Murphy wasn't in the original draft classes. Now he is here. At linebacker, we got Josh Allen, Devin White, Mac Wilson. Fix the outsides. We got interior. Obviously, Raekwon Davis returning to school was kind of surprising. Same with Derek Brown. So we'll be able to fix that here. Daniel Weiss is a glitch player. Every year there's one player that's glitched. For whatever reason, this guy, whatever player holds this spot in the first round, is always slips to undrafted. So obviously if you ever think my draft class and go, whoa, that looks kind of weird, it's because there's glitch. Because heaven forbid something works as you want it to, because EA and Madden. We got Quinnen Williams. He's upgraded. He is a big-time player. Shakai Polite got a brand-new rating. Offensive line, we got Jawan Taylor now added into the draft class. Lots of people that have removed from the draft class. Noah Fan, we got Irv Smith, just recently declared from Alabama. Jay Sternberger at wide receiver. We got DK Metcalf is in there. Akeem Butler, Calvin Harmon, Dylan Mitchell. Some of these big-time players at running back. We got Josh Jacobs, Travion Williams have been added. And then we got the new change of quarterback. If you use my draft classes, it's been Justin Herbert and Drew Lock 1 and 2. Now we got Dwayne Haskins, Daniel Jones, Kyler Murray. Tyree Jackson has confirmed. And we also had the man with the stash, Gardner Minshew, at the tail end of the draft class. So I will say right now, we know we need a quarterback. It's going to be one of these three. We've used Dwayne Haskins before. We used him in the Pittsburgh Steelers rebuild. We've yet to use a Daniel Jones. And obviously with Kyler Murray declaring, that is an incredibly interesting pick, having Kyler Murray and Saquon Barkley in the same backfield. I guess we could give some credit here to Will Grier. He could be a potential option. But we've yet to use Daniel Jones or Kyler Murray in a rebuild, but who knows? Everyone knows Dwayne Haskins could be the favorite landing spot for the New York Giants. If we want to try to keep it as realistic as possible, maybe we'll have to get Dwayne Haskins for a second time. I don't know yet, but that is the new and updated draft class. Like I said, if you're on PC, go check it out now. It is live, and hopefully it'll come to consoles soon. Coming out from our bye, 2-6, not surprising at all, because they went with Eli Manning for another year. I guess that is a polarizing topic for Giant fans and fans that aren't Giant fans that are trying to make a somewhat accurate football analysis. Would you go Saquon Barkley, or should you have gone Sam Darnold? Knowing what we know right now, I still feel like Sam Darnold would have been the correct choice, but you can't argue with Saquon's production, how scary he looks as an athlete. But either way, that is our record. Looking at players that need to come back, Landon Collins, absolutely. You are a stud. Thank you very much. Rosas, you know what? We're going to invest in the kicker position. This guy is a very good kicker, and that's somewhat of an affordable deal. Outside of that, not much. Not much, I think. No real dev traits that we can kind of count on. Maybe Mario Edwards. He is that quick dev at defensive end. We'll get him locked in. Grant Haley, we're utilizing him a little bit at corner. Give him a one-year deal. There we go. Very nice. But outside of that, Yeah, we're gonna have hopefully a nice free agency period. Maybe Corey Coleman. He's been doing his thing here. You know what? We'll probably let him at the market. And worst case scenario, we'll have to overpay slightly. But man, that's not bad. Good business here, Giants. And in real life, have they even extended Landon Collins? Is he set to be a free agent this year yet? Anyone know? Let me know in the comments. And at the end of year number 1, a failure of a season for the Giants as they finished last in the NFC East, 4-12 record on the year, kind of eerily similar to what they did in real life. Eli Manning was not horrendous, better than what he is in real life, but still, you know, obviously sacked 64 times, offensive line's garbage, and Eli's just not that good anymore. Saquon Barkley for the sim that's impossible to run in did pretty well, all things considered, with the offensive line. 1,100 yards and 9 touchdowns. Also got 35 catches for almost 500 yards and 3 more TDs. A little bit of a down year from Evan Engram. Corey Coleman, who we did give a new contract because I sneak peeked at his stats, very well in the slot. 60 catches, 1,000 yards, 10 touchdowns. 701 from Shepard was disappointing. And look at what I said, man. Elite wide receivers do absolutely nothing in the sim. That is just disgusting for Odell with injuries turned off. Come on, man. 102 tackles, 4 sacks, and a pick from Landon Collins. We got 10 sacks from Vernon, 10 TFL. So, look, that paid dividends, not trading him away. But outside of that, definitely would like to see more sacks, especially out of Lorenzo Carter and Mario Edwards. Interceptions, B.W. Webb led the team with a young secondary, and obviously it's showing with a lack of turnovers. Yearly awards, MVP went to Matt Ryan. Sure. NFC Offensive Player of the Year went to Mr. Matt Ryan. We got Defensive Player of the Year went to Khalil Mack. Offensive Rookie of the Year went to Saquon Barkley. Not surprised one damn bit. Gotta love that rookie, Philly Brown. Defensive Rookie of the Year went to Fred Warner. We had Lorenzo Carter. We had Mike Ford, who we signed off, I think, the Bears or one of the practice squads. I think it was the Bears, maybe the Dolphins. And still got 3 people. I like that. I like seeing our 3 dudes there perform fairly well, but still a disappointing season, and we are entering this offseason trying to see if we can offload some of those ugly veteran contracts and make the decision about who is going to be our quarterback for this rebuild. Is it going to be Dwayne Haskins? Is it going to be Daniel Jones? Or is it going to be the Hail Mary known as Kyler Murray? I'm assuming you probably already know by the thumbnail, but, you know, for those of you that are living in the moment, let's find out. Looking at free agency, we're going to be big-time spenders. First up, we got Darrell Williams, the big-time right tackle, coming over from the Panthers. I think he's coming off an ACL, but we're going to actually pay him some money, unlike the ugly contract they gave Nate Solder. I think Darrell Williams would be worth it. We got Mike Hilton, who would come in and add some much-needed depth, and he's a scheme fit for our secondary. Brian Body Calhoun, I'm surprised he has a quick dev, and no one's bidding on him. We need a free safety. He's converted corner from the Cleveland Browns, and then we just got some depth to round out the depth chart. But obviously, if we can get these three instant starters, that'd be a huge get as we walk into the number 2 overall pick in the upcoming 2019 draft. Here we are with the second pick with Devin White, surprisingly, going to the Buffalo Bills with the number 1 overall pick. Here we are sitting with Dwayne Haskins and Daniel Jones here, but I knew where I was going all along with this one. It's got to be Kyler Murray. Just the thought of taking Kyler Murray and putting him with Saquon Barkley in the same backfield. I mean, he's your Heisman Trophy winner. Let's see it. What is he? He is a 75. Oof. But he got that star dev as he flexes on him. What do we got? 93 throw power. Accuracy's not bad. 86 throw on the run. Good play action. Tremendous athlete. 85 speed. 87 acceleration. Okay. Which, well, I mean, from a dev trait standpoint, 75 star. That's really good. Obviously, you want that 75 to be a little bit higher, but there is some questions about Kyler Murray, if he's going to be able to make that transition or not. I think the star dev is more than capable of offsetting that. In the second round, we got his teammate Cody Ford, the tackle guard from Oklahoma, 74 quick. We will have him start at right guard. I think Cody Ford and Will Hernandez, that is just a lot of viciousness. At center, we have our new starting center, Garrett Bradbury from North Carolina State. 72 quick, very similarly built to, say, like a Jason Kelsey style. In the fourth round, we got Kelvin Harmon, who slipped a little bit, wide receiver of an NC State, 72 quick. We got Porter Gustin, outside linebacker USC, Khalil Hodge, Winston Dimmel, and LJ Scott to round out the draft. So here we go. Kyler Murray on the Giants. See if we can win a Super Bowl. Year 2 is here, and here is how the basis of our Giants rebuild is going to set up. Our offensive line, we have Pretty much everyone but Nate Solder set for the longevity of this rebuild with the additions of Bradbury, Ford, and Darrell Williams. Evan Engram's looking nice. We got Sterling Shepard, Kelvin Harmon, Odell, and Corey Coleman coming off that 10-touchdown, 1,000-yard season at wideout. Saquon Barkley, 93. He probably has a shot at getting his gold gloves this season. Kyler Murray will be starting at quarterback. That is an 83 offense. Defense is a 79. We got Edwards, Tomlinson, and Hill on the defensive line. Mike Hilton, we got Mike Ford, Sam Beal, and Grant Haley at corner, along with Landon Collins, who's back up to a 90 overall, and free agency signing Breon Body Calhoun at free safety. Our linebacking core, definitely the weakest in the interior, I'd probably say, unit of the whole entire team. Vernon's an 85. We got Lorenzo Carter, 77, still with that quick dev developing. But in the interior, we got Goodson and Perry because we had to offload Alec Ogletree's pretty bad contract. But that is definitely where our defense is the weakest. Still, 79 overall team. And ultimately, this year, don't have your expectations of playoffs. Maybe Kyler Murray can be incredible like he was at Oklahoma. But I'm just more so hoping about him developing and having the lofty expectations of getting him into the 80s overall here in 2019-2020. All right, so I'm just showing you this right now that there's no, I'm going to first off have to say that there's no shenanigans. We're starting off to a 3-0 start. So I always just want to make sure, I like to keep, when anything looks kind of shaky, I want to show you that everything's on the up and up. We're 3-0, and look at this in the weekly awards. Kyler Murray against the Dallas Cowboys went for 415 passing yards and 5 touchdowns for an NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Gonna be a good rebuild. All right, here we are at the midway point of the year. We're 5-1. We have another player of the week. It's Kyler Murray, who had 4 touchdowns in a victory over the Green Bay Packers, outdueling Aaron Rodgers 38-7. Oh my God, this is ridiculous. We're in a battle with the Dallas Cowboys for first in the NFC East. Looking at some contracts though, real quick. Let's see what we got. So Sterling Shepard, definitely want him to come back, even though he was a normal dev. I don't want to mess with the chemistry. That's probably it. That's probably gonna do it for us. Probably, I mean, everything else, we gotta start focusing on some of the other contract extensions that will be coming up. So, hey, welcome back, Sterling Shepard, and let's see if we can make this miraculous playoff run. At the end of year 2, with an 11-5 record, we get into the playoffs. Unfortunately, we lost that Week 17 game against Dallas, which would have been for a bye. But again, it's only year 2. I'm not expecting anything crazy, but look at this. +7 for Kyler Murray. At some point, I would assume when he won, I think he's won 4 Player of the Weeks, he would have got that superstar trait, I believe. But look at that. We got passer rating, QB of the year, offensive rookie of the year, Pro Bowl. Sterling Shepard got a Pro Bowl. All these players, I just won't go through. Will Hernandez and Lorenzo Carter all got Pro Bowls. What a +7. That must be as high, if not the highest we've seen, including the superstar dev trait boost, which is ridiculous. So Kyler Murray as a rookie, 4,600 passing yards, 38 touchdowns to 7 interceptions. Sure. Ridiculous. We got 1,200 yards, 7 touchdowns from Saquon, 12 rushing TDs from Gallman. Boy, I wish they fixed the stats in the sim for the old quarterbacks to run, because Kyler Murray would have much better numbers than that. But I think I give him 40 total touchdowns on the year. So, Jesus, I don't know who got MVP, but that's ridiculous. Sterling Shepard, 93 catches, almost 1,300 yards, 12 TDs. A little bit better production from Odell, 85 for 1,106. Evan Engram, almost 907. Kelvin Harmon as a rookie, almost 405. Saquon Barkley still utilized out the backfield. Didn't get a whole lot. I mean, middle linebackers kind of weak, but that's not terrible from B.J. Goodson. We got 12.5 sacks from Lorenzo Carter. Excellent production. 8.5 out of Tomlinson. 8 from Olivier Vernon. I'll take that all day long. Mike Hilton and Body Calhoun are 2 free agency signings in the secondary. We're leading the team with picks. I definitely want to see a little bit more production there. Quick look at the yearly awards. MVP went to Todd Gurley, beating out Kyler Murray. I think that's a little, I don't know. I feel that's a little unjust. Let's see what Todd did. That's right now. Let's just see. What did Todd Gurley do? He did better than 4,600 yards and 40 touchdowns. Todd Gurley went off for 1,816. So it's 21 touchdowns, 2,200 yards. Yeah, close. I think, I think we have a claim that Kyler Murray got robbed there just a little bit. Who got Coach of the Year? Did we get Coach of the Year? Oh, Hugh Jackson, come on. Offensive Player of the Year went to Todd Gurley, with Kyler Murray coming in at number 2. Defensive Player of the Year went to Luke Kuechly. Lorenzo Alexander at number 6. Offensive Rookie of the Year clearly was going to be going to Kyler Murray. Kelvin Harmon coming in at number 3. Defensive Rookie of the Year went to Josh Allen. We had Khalil Hodge at 5. So I'll take that. Also, I need to make note that because that is my new draft class, like fully updated, I'm going to have to be just kind of modifying every other draft class. I'm not going to be using my 2020 or 2021 draft class because I have yet to update those with the guys that, obviously, I get this thing off the top of my head here. You had like Justin Herbert, for example. Justin Herbert's not. I haven't been able to update any other draft classes yet, so we will just be drafting players like Madden 18 and just adding them into the guys we want to use. That being said, let's go into this wild card playoff against the Green Bay Packers at Lambeau Field. All right, here we go. I'm not expecting a legit playoff run, but if we can get a win here, I think Kyler Murray in his first season getting a playoff win at Lambeau, regardless of how far this run goes, would be huge, but you have to wait and see. The sim has already been incredibly generous to Kyler Murray in this Giants offense, so who knows? Maybe this will be a run. I will say right now, if this Giants team can win the Super Bowl this year, this will be the craziest rebuild I think I've ever done. And definitely Madden 19. So here we go. We're in the 4th. We're up a touchdown. They're able to... Oh, geez. It's not looking good. End of game drive. And Kyler Murray goes down the field and scores a touchdown. Our defense needs to step up big. Try to find a way to stop Aaron Rodgers. And they're going for it on 4th down. And they get it because, of course, they get it. And now we're going into overtime. We go 3-0. We get the ball. We have another opportunity. Our second stab at it. In OT, a field goal wins it. And there we go. Rosas paying money for the field goal kicker. So to pay some dividends as Kyler Murray outduels Aaron Rodgers. 350 yards, 3 touchdowns on the day. 122 rushing yards from Saquon. Big game from Odell as the Giants are moving on to the NFC divisional round. In the division round, surprise, surprise, we're taking on the Rams, who are here every year. It's already looking like a shootout. Both teams trading touchdowns in the first quarter. My God, man, this Kyler Murray offense. Very, very good. So we have the battle of who is the deserving MVP between Todd Gurley and Kyler Murray. And it looks like it's pretty even through the first half. 17-17 going in the second half. Whatever team wants it the most. I think what defense wants it the most is going to get out here with the win. Trading field goals. Here we go in the red zone. Oh, my God. They got the instant touchdown to equalize. This is a very, very close game. It looks like they're going to get the go-ahead field goal. 2:43. Can Kyler Murray orchestrate a drive? He's enough to get the field goal. And our defense gets the stand with 1:30 in the 4th quarter. The ball in Kyler Murray's hands. Can he go on and win this one? They're down. And just like that, he gets the touchdown. He gets the touchdown. He is a freak. He is a god. And Kyler Murray, in a game that was not really highlighted by the quarterback play, outduels Jared Goff. Big game from Saquon. Big game from Odell and Sterling to help him out. 30. Where did we get the touch? Did Saquon have like 5 touchdowns? 2 touchdowns from Saquon. Wayne Gallman got it. I'll take that. Look at Todd Gurley. Huge game there. Giants are going to the NFC Championship game. My God. Kind of feels like we're playing with house money at this point, but this is a huge game. In the NFC Championship game, having to go down to New Orleans in the Dome. Kyler Murray, I think they still have Drew Brees. Yeah, they do. So there we go. We're down 7. Kyler Murray is ready. If you want to go to a shootout, he's coming from that Big 12 where they just don't play defense. He's used to this. He's used to this kind of matchup. And let's hope that our defense can get more stops than the Saints. Very high scoring first half. Going back and forth. We get the equalizer, go up 3 in the 3rd quarter. Our defense needs to make some stands here. Hold on to a field goal, which they do. 24-24 ball game, but Drew Brees is pressing here in the 4th quarter. They get the touchdown. So 3 minutes to go. On 4th down. You know what? I'm playing. I'm going to come in here on 4th down. It might cost us. I just feel like, why not, right? Why not? It's default slider, so it's super cheesy, but we got Odell in the slot. We got Kyler Murray. Okay. We got this. Oh, right across the middle to Evan Engram. Gets the first down as the drive continues. That's all I want to do is get them that first down. And they get the touchdown with 1:40. But it looks like they're getting insta-cheesed as they go down. The Saints go down the field in 1 minute without using a single timeout to get a touchdown. You just can't deal with that cheese. I don't know. Let's see if we can come in, see what we can do. 4 verts. I have the settings so like you can't see their names, but let's be honest, you should know the names by now. I'm not going out like that. At least I'm not going to let the sim go out like that. So here we go. Kyler Murray. There we go. Big catch, Sterling Shepard. We have no timeout, so we got to go no huddle yet again. We're just going to stay with the 4 verts. Luckily enough, it looks like all of our skill position players are on the field. Let's go. Come on. Hut. Quickly. Hut the ball. Who wants it? Take off and scramble. We'll scramble for 2 yards. Oh, my God. How's that his first rush? Fix the sim. How's that his first rush of the game? Now, our only worry is that because we've gone 2 back-to-back plays, some of our guys are tired, and you won't see them out there. We got Odell. They're not giving us the coverage look that we want, but we will look his way. Oh, God, and we get sacked. So we're going to have one last play. David Onyemata. Come on, Odell. Beat your guy. Should we just throw up to Odell? I'm not eating another sack. We're gonna get this play off. Oh, okay. We still got one more play. 1 second left. 1 second left. Hail Mary is for noobs. We gotta go 4 verts. Oh my God. So Odell has yet to be able to beat his man. I don't even think that's Marshawn Lattimore on him. I think that's Eli Apple. And Odell is, okay, he's out of the game because he's tired like a wimp. So Evan Engram might be our only target to go to here. We're going to step out the pocket. We're going to throw on the run. Touchdown! Touchdown, Giants. I think that's Benny Fowler. Let's go. We're forcing it to OT, baby. Unless we can make this extra point, which we do. It's going overtime. All right, we've done enough. Let's see if the sim can get out of this one with a victory. Red zone. 3rd down alert. Oh, my God, they go for the field goal, and the Saints get the touchdown because, of course, it was destined for us not to win. I didn't want to force that win, but that, I mean, oh, that's frustrating, man. That is frustrating. We should have went in there at the last second, but makes an epic game for Kyler Murray as fallen in the NFC Championship game because the game didn't want us to win. But it is what it is, man. Epic, epic run, and it's only year 1 of the Kyler Murray era. But again, if you need to take something from this, it's just, fuck Madden, man. Such a bullshit sim. So looking at a draft cap, as I said, this is just, I use the custom Madden draft class. I have yet to be able to update it, so I just use anytime there's real prospects, like we used to do in Madden 18. We did so. In the 2nd round, we traded back. We had 2 first-round picks. This is where we got from the Janoris Jenkins deal. We traded both of those for a future first because there just really wasn't much there. So in the 2nd round, because we have to replace Nate Solder because he's god-awful, we got Andrew Thomas, the left tackle, star dev, 76 overall from Georgia. That's a massive, massive get. This guy here, I think, was like number 4 in true talent, and we got him at pick 29, which is just, I don't know. Well, that's even more than pick 29. We got him at like pick 60, like one of the last picks in the 2nd round. Then we just got some guys we didn't even modify. We got Case Kent here, 75 D tackle. In the 3rd round, we got Dwight Pinnock, depth tackle, 74. 3rd round, maybe new starting middle linebacker, Mitchell Johnson, 75 quick from Queens, which is up here in Canada. Shout out to Canada. Looks like a really, really nice prospect. And I think he actually is going to be our starter. So anytime you get a starter in the 3rd round, that's money. I got a 70 wide receiver. We traded a lot of our picks here because obviously when it's a custom draft class, I can kind of sniff out who's going to be good, who's going to be bad. So, hitting above everyone, but a 70. Remind you all who the draft king, sponsored by DraftKings, is in the Madden franchise mode. So really, really good offseason. Obviously a crushing defeat on a miraculous run last playoffs with Kyler Murray. So let's hope that is the new standard here for the Giants and not an anomaly. So as we start year number 3, here's how we look. We got an 89 offense, 85 defense, 85 overall on the offense. We have Thomas starting at left tackle over Nate Solder, who, God, is going to be gone this offseason to free up some cap. Hernandez is up to an 86. Evan Engram almost a 90. We got Shepard and Odell. Odell probably will get his gold gloves this episode. Same with Saquon Barkley. Kyler Murray up to an 87 overall. Crazy. Actually, you know what I'm going to do here? I want Harmon to be obviously a wide receiver higher than Corey Coleman. All right, defensively, we got, let's see, Bobby Calhoun. Olivier Vernon's holding on to his rating really, really good. Mitchell Johnson will be our new starting middle linebacker. Landon Collins up to a 93. Our front 3 is developing. We got Mike Hilton, 86. Mike Ford's up to an 80. We got Sam Beal, 78. Still holding on to that quick dev, which is why we're going to give him the slight nod on the outside over Ford. This is a good team, man. I don't know if last year was just a miracle run or what, but I'm going to be very, very frustrated, but almost expecting it considering how that Saints loss happened, that we're not even going to make the playoffs this year. But let's not think negative. Let's think positive, and let's go Giants. So coming over on the bye, we are 3-3, which is kind of the down I expected after how the year. But hey, we're still right in the NFC East, only a win back, which is good. Looking at some contracts here, what do we got? Dalvin Tomlinson, yep. This is why we haven't been spending crazy in free agency, because we know what these players are going to be, in-house, are going to cost us to re-sign. So we're going to come back here with Evan Engram. You know what? Vernon's been nice. Vernon has been nice. Our linebacking core is kind of weak, but him declining that... See if we can get Mike Ford locked up. Everyone else can kind of go. Definitely want to renegotiate. We will lock up Evan Engram. But I think Vernon going to be on 30. Maybe we let him hit the open market. We see what else is available there at outside linebacker. And then worst case scenario, we might have to overpay a little bit. But Evan Engram for sure will get relocked up here this season. So you went with a 10-6 record, though. It was just a really, really competitive NFC East. And if you told me knowing the run we went on last year, if we're going to go 10-6 the next year, I'd be like, that's not unrealistic. It just definitely sucks that we didn't make the Pro Bowl. We did at the end of the year get 3 skill points for Will Hernandez, who got up into the 90s now, which is good. Thomas is already up to an 80. Like, this offensive line's looking good. The best thing about this 95 offense is that everyone, even on the defensive side, to be honest with you, is on the right side of 30 for this rebuild. So the fact that we got about $30 million in cap, we need to be conscientious because Saquon's got to get paid. I think we got a contract coming up for Will Hernandez as well. And then when you look on the defensive side, I think we have to look at Hill and Lorenzo Carter. So we're not going to spend frivolously in free agency, but if we can land, an edge rusher, if we can land a linebacker or a corner, we probably will do that to try to complete this team. But all in all, man, not the end of the world here. As Kyler Murray, another very good year. 4,400 yards passing, 34 touchdowns, and 11 interceptions, 1,200 yards, 9 TDs from Saquon. Even Gallman's getting involved. We got 1,000 yards, 7 TDs from Odell, and just a really, really high ceiling and high production for everybody else. No real standout. Josh Perry making a nice transition to middle linebacker from outside, 107 tackles. We have Mitchell Johnson, 102, 7 TFLs, 3 sacks. I'll take that. 9.5 sacks from Olivier Vernon. But see, we need to get more pressure from someone on the front 3. And the secondary, again, want more turnover. So like I said, another edge rusher, another corner. I think we will spend on at least one big-time player if there is one. But we're not going to go crazy because we know what we have to deal with. MVP... Wow, he didn't even make the short list. That's disrespectful for Kyler Murray. Offensive player of the year went to Matt Ryan. Kyler Murray coming in at 8. Defensive player of the year went to Deion Jones. We had no one offensive rookie of the year. No one defensive rookie of the year. Hey, Mitchell Johnson coming in at number 2. So that being said, let's have a quick turnaround here and get back into the playoffs, hopefully, in year number 4. So looking at free agency, keeping our spending somewhat reasonable. We're looking at Sidney Jones, who's on a very affordable $16 million deal. He's 86. He's a quick dev, would come in and be just really solidify our secondary. Then we got Jordan Willis at defensive end, slightly overpaying, but there's not a huge market here for outside linebackers. And we're going to gamble that Shane Ray can take over for Olivier Vernon. And even a guy like Jordan Willis, give you some flexibility. You could play 3-4 outside linebacker, but we're going to put him at defensive end, slightly undersized, but to use his athletics to his advantage to hopefully we beat out the Dolphins and can land him. If not, this is going to be an all-out edge rush draft. All right, so here's a look at our draft recap, and it was good. We got Wayne Gordon in the first round, 78 normal. And it was pretty a toss-up between these two. And then in the second round, we still got our other guy that brings some flexibility. I think these guys can play inside or outside, maybe more for their body type inside. Curry Arnold from Cincinnati, 77. We got you've heard of Barry Sanders. Well, we got Beery Sanders. Well, it's also Barry Sanders, but the knockoff, 6'5", rookie from Florida A&M. This Florida A&M, man, these guys are going to be Div 1, the amount of talent they produce. We got DJ Scott, 73 linebacker. In the third round, a very, very good pick here, Trey Spencer. He might actually start at defensive end for us, normal from Rhode Island. Just small schools, just getting talent from these small schools. We got a 72 safety, 71 corner. 75 wide receiver in the fourth round, Javonte Armour. And then one of our best picks in the fifth round, 70 overall tight end from Auburn, Exel Johnson Jr. But he got that star dev. So a very, very good draft class. Again, the Draft King is back. It is refreshing every now and again just to be able to use the custom drafts that Madden comes up with and just take advantage than just continually using my draft classes. Because we dominate. We absolutely dominate. We start year 4. Here's how our team is shaping up. 89 overall with a 95 offense, 87 defense. Kyler Murray up to a 93. Saquon 95. Odell will get his gold gloves at some point this episode. Offensive line is coming along very, very nicely. This is a very high-powered offense, man. This could be crazy. And there's even a chance. Does he still have a superstar, Kyler? No one Madden. He still has it. That's good. That's good. Does Saquon still have his? That's ridiculous, but okay. Defensively, a little bit different. New starters. We got Gordon at outside linebacker. We got Arnold at middle, making that transition. Sidney Jones was our only player we were able to land in free agency because Willis told us to go pound sand. But we got Spencer here. Late round depth that we thought is going to be actually our starter right now with BJ Hill and Dalvin Tomlinson. So at 87 defense, 85 offense, this is a really good team. We're a 10-win team a year ago that just missed out in the playoffs. I expect better this year. All right, halfway point of the year, 3-4. Just I get, just endure this fourth year. The fourth year of the 5-year sim is always the worst. Like I expect next year, because we might not make the playoffs. I mean, we're still kind of in the NFC. Next year, we're going to get like 15 wins or something stupid like that, because that's just what the sim does. I don't know. We've done it enough to kind of know the trend. So looking at contracts here, Saquon absolutely is getting himself a new contract. 96 overall running back, one of the best running backs in the league. Same with Will Hernandez. These guys, this is why we have all that cap room, because we knew that we want to retain some of our own players. We're not going to have to spend super crazy in the market. We're going to definitely come back and make sure we hammered our deal there with Hernandez. Wadi Calhoun's been nice for us at safety. BJ Hill has also been good at defensive end. We got Sam Beal, who's now our third corner, but still playing pretty damn well. So we got him locked up. And other than that, man, once we get Will Hernandez, we're going to have a lot of money for that 5th-year Super Bowl or bust, which we know that the sim is going to make us go to. So, I mean, this is a perfect rebuild, minus not winning a Super Bowl early. All right, at season's end, didn't make the playoffs, because why not? Our offense is up to a 97, defense 89. Our team overall went up 1. Saquon hasn't officially got his gold gloves yet, and Odell has just been stuck at 98 for like 2 years now. Kyler Murray's a 96. Everyone developed nicely, which is pretty good, but we ultimately finished with an 8-8 record, which is completely unacceptable. But like I said, this 4th year is the worst year out of all the years in the rebuild, and it's been like that the entire year. So like I said, I'm expecting like maybe even 16-0 next year. Kyler Murray, a little bit of a down year, 4,100 yards, 28 TDs, 13 picks. Huge year from Saquon, though. Almost 1,500 rushing yards, 19 touchdowns, which is crazy. No 1,000-yard receiver. Odell had the best year of the bunch. What did Saquon, just to give 600 yards and 4 touchdowns. So Saquon, if he didn't win MVP, I'm going to be pretty upset, because those are as good numbers as what Todd Gurley put up when he beat out the rightful winner in Kyler Murray a couple years ago. I actually think he has more touchdowns, so let's double check that. Maybe he won it. Mitchell Johnson, huge year for us, 124 tackles, 10 TFLs, 1.5 sacks. Lorenzo Carter was 7 and 7. Turnover again, sacks and turnovers have been probably the only weakness here for this team. Yearly awards, Deshaun Watson got the MVP. What? Saquon comes at 9 when he has better stats than what we got robbed for MVP award a couple years ago with Todd. Offensive Player of the Year went to Ezekiel Elliott. Saquon at number 3. Defensive Player of the Year went to Deion Jones. We had no one. Offensive Rookie of the Year, I don't even know. I mean, Exel Johnson, nice, our tight end. Doesn't even matter. With these custom players, let's be honest, no one's getting attached to any of them. So, hey, let's go in year 5 Super Bowl bust. Hopefully we can get a big free agency pieces or a couple and set this team just over the top to go all in on year 5. All right, so here we go. We got Leighton Vander Esch, who's always starting to become that year 4. He's always available, but we're going to be different because we've actually signed him before as an outside linebacker, but we're going to actually get to move him inside because clearly he's not a 3-4 outside linebacker. But who is Chenna Wosu from the Chargers. We'll get him, and we'll move him to that right outside spot. And then we got James Washington to come in to be our 3rd wide receiver, at least compete with Kelvin Harmon to really complete this wide receiver core. Here's a look at our draft recap. Not gonna lie, just made the first 2 picks and simmed it out, and there's why. Because in the first round, we got BJ McAllister from Michigan State, 79, quick dev-free safety. Second round, we got Corey Mackey, a right outside linebacker for Texas A&M, 78 normal. Then we I set up my draft board. If you set up your draft board, the computer will pick those guys first. Then we got CJ Whitaker, 77 wide receiver from Boston College, 73, 72, a couple late 70s. Just really good draft class. So adding into Leighton Vander's outstanding offseason. Super Bowl bust time, year 5. Okay. Year 5, Super Bowl or bust is here. Our team is just that much better. 97 offense, 93 defense. And this has been one of my favorite rebuilds, even though we don't have that 99-99 that we've got a couple times here in Madden 19. I just feel like I like this team more because I feel like we built it. It's not like we've signed just an outrageous amount of people in free agency. Like, look at our offense. How many free agents do we have? 2? 2 guys that are going to be playing in Darrell Williams and our 3rd wide receiver in James Washington. Other than that, it's all been draft or it's been guys that we've been able to build up around. Odell 97, Saquon 97, Kyler Murray 96, Sterling Shepard 91, Evan Engram 91, and we got Will Hernandez up to a 92 for a 97 overall offense. Defense is a 93 We got Dalvin Tomlinson, who's a 92. BJ Hill's developed nicely. Obviously, a little bit more free agency influence on the defense with Sidney Jones, Chenoweth, Van Der Esch. But still a lot of key guys here. Sam Beal. Landon Collins is a 95. Lorenzo Carter, 89. We got Mitchell Johnson there with Van Der Esch, Chenoweth. I like it, man. This guy. Oh, actually, we lost Buddy Calhoun retired, so that's a little weird. But hey, I'm glad we got McAllister. That's why we drafted him in the first round. So this is a really, really good team. I firmly expect us to at least have an opportunity in the playoffs. So let's go for it. So here we are at season's end. It looks like we made a playoff run. We got one. Oh, baby. There we go. The most deserved gold gloves that I think we had in Rebuild's history of Madden 18. I think Kyler Murray has been the best prospect we've drafted. I mean, we've had a couple other 99s. I know Nick Bosa's gone up to a 99. He doesn't wear gloves, though, so we'll just give him gold cleats, I suppose. Nick Bosa, I think, got to a 99. We had maybe a couple. Grant Delpit, another one. But ultimately, I think personally my favorite quarterback. I'm not even a huge Kyler Murray fan. I enjoy watching him. He's very, very exciting. But that's deserved. As we have a 95 overall team at the end of this season. Obviously, a lot of confidence boost helps us out. 99 offense, 97 defense. So we're going to make a legit playoff run as we went 12-4. That's nothing too crazy. I was thinking we're going to go 14 wins or something like that. Looking at the stats here, Kyler Murray, another very good year. 4,500 passing yards, 35 touchdowns to 11 picks. We got 1,300 yards, 8 touchdowns from Saquon. 13 TDs vultured away by L.J. Scott from Michigan State. Shout out to Parham Crow. No 1,000-yard receivers. Again, told you, I said at the very beginning of the rebuild, elite wide receivers, more often than not, don't perform in the sim. I don't know why that is. Maybe that's something they should look at, Madden people, if you're watching this. I know they do, because obviously, why not? Why not make me a game changer, right? Hey, fix this. Look at the defense. That's sarcastic, by the way, if you couldn't tell. Look at the defense. Van Der Esch, 111 tackles, 4.5 sacks, 4 picks. We got some turnovers. We've been trying to get many, many more turnovers in the secondary. Who knew it would have came from our linebacker? 9 sacks from Lorenzo Carter, 8 from BJ Hill. Again, struggled to get anyone in double-digit sacks. I think the only time we had it was once. Olivier Vernon had 10. 4 picks from Van Der Esch, 4 from Landon Collins. Again, still not a lot of turnovers in the secondary, which is unfortunate. Yearly awards. MVP went to Matt Ryan, with Kyler Murray coming in at number 5. Ooh, Kyle Lauletta at 10. Okay. Maybe there's something there. Matt Ryan came at number 1, Offensive Player of the Year in the NFC. Kyler Murray at 5. Defensive Player of the Year went to Khalil Mack, with Leighton Van Der Esch coming at number 2, so paying immediate dividends for our squad there. But we are in the playoffs. We have one last push. I'm very excited to get my hands on Kyler Murray. Phrasing. Get your minds with the gutter. As we, in the first round, welcome the 10-6 Dallas Cowboys, a big-time divisional game to kick off the playoffs. And surprise, surprise, I'm going to put money that we're probably going to play the Rams or the Saints in the next round, because the same teams every year make the playoffs. In the NFC, that is. After a great floated ball here from Kyler Murray to James Washington, we are set up on the 3. Of course, it's snow. There has to be some conditions that can add some cheese. But let's go C4 special Saquon. I think he's probably the perfect C4 special running back in Madden. And there you go. Too easy. Oh, let's go. Kyler Murray is insane. As you get next with Sterling Shepard down deep, as the Giants got 14 unanswered points in the first quarter. There we go, Saquon. Oh, come on, Saquon on the screen pass. Whatever. C4 special territory. You know what's coming up. You know what's happening, people. You didn't even have to see. When the drive comes in the red zone, we're going with one play and one play only. If we get this touchdown, though, I feel like we probably could sim this one out here just a little bit and probably let the computer do the job against the Cowboys. We got a great block there. He breaks the tackle. Get off me. Saquon's second touchdown of the first half. And I think that is time to call it the dogs. And let the sim do its thing? Question mark. Come on, man! Do something for once. Okay, we're going to come in and get a touchdown here, and then maybe we can sim. All right, in the red zone, we're not always going to go C4 special. I'm not that one-dimensional. So let's drop in, and we're actually just going to run it in. Oh, he gets popped. He gets up to the 1. Now we're going to... Actually, no, we'll throw it. We'll throw it. I was getting ready to run the C4 special, but, I actually kind of want to scramble with Kyler Murray. Get a little run-in touchdown here, but we'll throw it if we have to. Wide open is Sterling Shepard in the back of the end zone to extend the lead. A 2-touchdown lead. Heaven forbid. Close the game out, Giants. Stop making me hold your hand and walk you through everything. There we go. Finally, the computer gets 1 touchdown. There we go. Able to close it out. Of course, it's snow, so you knew it was going to be kind of ridiculous. This is the clapper. Can't believe it. That's all he does. Worst coach. I can't wait for the Dallas Cowboys to extend him. I honestly, I'm just going to talk about this because it's an NFC game. A lot of people say, oh, I can't wait for them to extend Dak. I can't wait for them to extend Jason Garrett. Dak can be all right. Jason Garrett, though, that is terrible for them to extend him. Everyone in the NFC hopes that they do that. But Kyler Murray outdueled Dak here, almost 300 yards on the day, 3 touchdowns, sorry. Saquon Barkley, 66 yards, 2 touchdowns, as the Giants are heading to the NFC Championship game. Terrible pass, Kyler Murray. What are you doing across your body like that? And it always snows in New York, I guess. Let's go, Kyler. Dump that in to Odell. There you go. Quick turnaround. Just moving the field with ease up and down it. Why is there already a Super Bowl tag back there? This is not the Super Bowl. Whatever. There we go. Odell looking like a clown like he always does, but still brings in the touchdown as we regain the lead. Oh, there you go. You got Odell deep. And he gets murdered. That's one of the worst animations in Madden. When does that ever happen in real life? It's 4th down, 4th and 2 on the Bears side of the 50. You know what we're doing. We got Saquon Barkley. Get your blocks for it. Oh my God, too easy. Too easy as Saquon is off to the races. Get off him! He is that damn good as he... Oh, on the one... Come on. All right, we're giving him his touchdown. He earns it, but Saquon, you know, as much as it pays when he went to the Giants, like one of the things I've told everyone is I've matured as a fan as he actually comes out. I think that's LJ Scott back there. And players that I liked in college, even if they go to teams that I hate, I'm still going to enjoy watching them, and that is Saquon to a T, as LJ Scott gets in on the C4 special to extend the Giants' lead. A turnover for the Bears puts us in great position, as Kyler Murray again, for whatever reason, when he starts running, is not as fast as he should be. Makes it a 3rd and 1. Think on the 3. Do we? You know what? Because that last run was so epic and he didn't even get his touchdown, I'm going to gamble that Mr. Saquon Barkley will be able to find pay dirt with a C4 special in the snow. These Giants are going to be slipping all over the place. Come on, get your blocks. Get your blocks, what you do. Even if they don't, he has to go even farther. He's that freaky of an athlete. There you go, Saquon. You earned it. All right, we're going to sim this one out. This is just a massacre. By all regards, watch us do nothing in the second half, and this game gets way closer than what it should be. But looks like... Oh my God, we couldn't do anything until then. That was closer than we should have been. The Giants are going to be heading to the Super Bowl with a 35-24 victory over Matt Nagy's very talented defense, Chicago Bears. As they just didn't have an answer. They didn't have an answer between the 20s for Kyler Murray. And then once we got in the red zone, we were able to pound it in with Saquon. One time with LJ Scott, but ultimately that was a Saquon Barkley drive with that huge run. Play of the game. Game ball goes to Saquon. Looking at the stats, 300 yards, 2 touchdowns for Kyler Murray, because for whatever reason in Madden, the Bears always give up on Mitchell Trubisky as the Giants are in the Super Bowl. Who are we playing? Let's take a guess. I've been paying attention to the ticker. I don't even know who's in it, but just knowing what I know about the sim, it's either going to be Jacksonville or it's going to be the Chargers. Oh, wide open is Odell. Why aren't you faster? There we go. Duff of speed here in the Super Bowl against the Texans. Surprise, surprise. But Odell with enough speed to equalize the Texans' opening drive touchdown. 7-7 apiece here in the Super Bowl early in the first quarter. Kyler Murray has been outstanding on the day. 4 of 4 for like 100 yards already. Odell and Evan Engram are just winning all their matchups. Let's scramble here. Can we hit Odell? Or we're just going to take off ourselves. Scamper in. 7. Oh, come on. Come on, Odell. Oh, my God. Do something for once, man. All right, we're going for it. 4th and 7 on the 46. Why not? You know, why not? What do we have to lose? Just the Super Bowl and a little bit of a super linebacker bad throw. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt that that's not Madden cheese, but just a little bit. There's a hint of cheese there. If you had lactose intolerant, you might have one Hershey squirt. 1st and goal on the 6. We're throwing the rock pretty well right now, but Evan Engram is our #1 target without a shadow of a doubt. Odell, I don't know what's going on. He just does not look fast. Throw on the run is... Oh, come on. He's like 99 throw on the run. I don't care what his footwork placement is. That got to be a touchdown 10 times out of 10. We'll go back to the same play or similar play. Try and break the deadlock to make up for that 4th down conversion that we missed. And, you know, obviously the Texans, as you can tell by the score, we're able to go down and get a touchdown, but there we go. Quick TD to our tight end, our backup tight end. I think that's that star dev guy we got from Oregon. Oh, what a throw to Odell. Come on, man. Why aren't you you gotta be fat, man. I don't know how old's he now? He's like 30. He must have like 86 speed, it feels like, but still good effort to get up to the 1. You know what we're gonna do. We're not gonna be fancy. We want to get that 2-touchdown lead, which, yeah, I don't want to call it, but we'll feel confident about our chances if we get this touchdown. I don't think we've been stopped once yet with Saquon Barkley. The Texans are a good defense. There you go, Redwell, Justin Reed, who is very, very good in rebuilds and just in franchise mode in general, with a good stop. But from that, we have chew the clock on because, we want the win. We don't need to play super, super realistic. I mean, that is somewhat realistic, too. Ultimately, you want to control the clock, especially with the lead. Odell beats his man, and there we go. He gets in for the score. 2-score lead here for the Giants late in the 3rd. We get the stop on defense. Come on, Sim. Please let me sim this one out. This rebuild's coming kind of late. This will help me with time for sure, and just like that, it does. Year 5, Super Bowl or bust, backs against the wall. And the Giants get the job done, putting up 38 points on a very good Houston Texans defense to make this rebuild successful. And I'm going to say right now, maybe it's recency bias. Maybe I'm forgetting another rebuild. This probably was my favorite rebuild of the year, which pains me to say because it's the Giants and I'm an Eagles fan. But Kyler Murray, obviously, the name on everyone's lips right now when you talk about college football, when you talk about QB-needy teams. Easy to go ahead of Dwayne Haskins in the upcoming draft. I mean, maybe this video might have done better views long-term if I did Dwayne Haskins, because he might actually end up going to the Giants, and that might make this video a little bit more searchable. But I don't care. No regrets at all, because there is a chance, somehow, some way, that they just say, we want Kyler Murray. He is the next Russell Wilson, and the Giants end up getting him somehow. Just, no one thought Baker Mayfield would go first overall. Everyone thought for sure it was going to be Darnold or Rosen. Then out of nowhere, it took someone with a set of nuts on him, like the Browns, to get Baker. Maybe that'll be Gettleman this year with Kyler Murray. I don't know if Giant fans want to hear that or not, but at least we had a very successful rebuild, a very, very fun rebuild, and yeah, another successful one. I think that actually puts us in the win column for wins and losses for rebuilds here in Madden 19. If everyone hoists the Super Bowl there, let me know in the comment section below what AFC team you want to see. I think we still have Jacksonville and the Chargers for sure. So which one of those 2 teams do you want to see in next weekend's rebuild? Let me know. As always, guys, if it's your first time stopping by, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. Smash the like button if you enjoyed. And until next time, it's C4 saying peace out.
Money I'm spending, I'm out and I'm shopping. You talking that shit, well, you talking to talking. Look at my options, look at me dropping. Ass in the game, like, who are you stopping? Not me, not me, not never. Not me, not me, not never. Not me, not me, not never. I'm way too clever. Look at the kid, Mr. Consistent, I'm doing it big. Way too persistent on taking your bitch. Here comes a monster to scare all you kids. Y'all scare